Yeah,
This is your match gear.
This is my match setup. I'll talk you through some of the sort of most essential items every angler, good match angler needs. I've got a bag of spare clothes, in case you're catching a lot of fish, so you know what I mean, you get slimy and stuff. You don't want that. I've got some oats when I'm really hauling later. It's always good to get some of those down. You keep your sort of energy levels up. I don't like to do it because my hair is so prominent, but I have got an Angling Direct cap there. They're also commercially available. Probably the most essential thing for when it really kicks off, I'm just going to sit down if you want to frame this shot. Swim nappies, mate. You don't want to stop to go to the toilet. You just want to carry on hauling. So get on these. These are Huggies, but other brands are available. I feel these fit nicer. I've got a guillotine for cutting any sort of documentation, straight, obviously. I've got a jack. And a spare pair of trainers, because obviously, like, occasionally these Huggies leak. Do you know what I mean? That's about all you need, really. Rods and reels are just you know what I mean, just get in the way. So yeah, I'm ready for the match, mate. I'm ready for the match. I've got all the gear. And if I'm blanking, there's Wi-Fi and I've got a laptop. So result, mate.
Let's get on it.
Let's get on it. Fishermania done it. Maven Masters done it, and now Reepham Fisheries.
This is the biggest one though.
This is my career biggest match.
I'm just checking the direction.
Am I drawing?
I'm not drawing, mate. I'm having
So
whatever's
what are
left.
the pegs?
1 and 2.
One's a flyer,
One's a
two's
flyer.
not.
So Hassan's going to be
So
on 1.
well, I'm going to pick it now, mate. So Norfolk has not been kind to me. But it has today.
There's no way that was legitimate.
Mate, legitimate. Check your pegs.
I'll prove I'm legitimate.
He's already kicking off. Look at this.
He's
He's
got another number 2 there.
Thin hair and makeup. That is fake, Cam. Look at
Things
his,
have just got serious.
the shoes on him. You can tell he's a presenter.
All kicked off.
Boss is here.
Yeah, I've drawn pegs.
Have you?
I've drawn a flyer.
Welcome to ADTV, and today we've come down to Reepham again, and you may remember these 3 familiar faces on camera a little while ago in a truly intensive match between Ollie and Hassan. And it's I think he's been a bit wounded, Ollie. He lost that match, so we've got him in now to be the referee for a new head-to-head, so which is going to be me versus Hassan. Now,
Indeed.
I know, mate, you've been seriously hard work getting yourself ready, haven't you?
Can you not see the sweat here, mate?
Mate, have you seen that down there?
What?
Not even checking his own gear.
Oh, mate, look, he's over there. He's got someone's setting up his
Doing me
gear.
hair, Chris. You know what it's like.
I can't help but think that there's a wind-up going on. Are you going to set anything up?
Yeah, I'm setting stuff up now, mate. Not being a seasoned match angler since back in the old school days of the 1990s, I thought it's only best to get somebody who's current and up to date. Might be the owner of the fishery, might know what he's talking about, might wind widget up. Either way, win-win. I've put in some toil to get my stuff perfectly set up neat over there in my flying peg 1 that I drew.
Well,
legitimately.
what can we do? I'm going to have to go with the second best peg.
No, definitely. So, we are fishing head to head, mate. This is your home water. You live in a caravan across the way. You've been baiting up the edges. You fish here all the time and win the matches. So there's no pressure on you,
No
obviously.
pressure. No, it's fine.
We're fishing head to head. We're going to fish till 6 p.m. tonight, and the biggest total weight of fish.
Yep.
That is the winning angle.
Straightforward, yep.
Yeah.
Everything. We've got the same bait.
Oh.
Rick's done you a couple of different rigs, so we've got our own tactic rig-wise.
Who's Rick? I don't know why you keep talking about Rick. I think it was my new nickname.
Sorry, you got your own rig sorted.
Ollie's going to make sure that things are fair, obviously, because he's a sporting man.
Yeah.
What's
And
happened
a
last?
weigh-in at the end.
Yeah, you've
So,
got to call that,
there
because
you go.
I am not having you call that one.
I would never dream of calling that one. I'm keen to get going, mate. Let's do this,
Let's
yeah?
go. Let's go.
Come on. All in.
So I've been stitched up early doors. Hassan's allowed to get fishing. He's unhooking one already, and I've got to sit and talk you through the rig. So I'll be really quick with it. I've got to get fishing. loads and loads of fish in here. Just be really simple with anything you do. Decent size hook. We've got 0.15 main line. Plan of attack. I've seen Hassan's doing it already. He's fishing down the edge. I'm going to fish down this edge. He's got an absolute flyer down there. He's going to be having a few. So I'm going to try and do the same down here at the reeds to my left. Bit of ground bait down the edge, and we're going to get over it with a couple of maggots on the hook. Sounds on netting them as we speak, but there's loads of fish here. I keep striking at liners. There's nothing you can do about it apart from potentially change how I'm feeding, but at the minute I'm going to carry on. We're starting to put a few fish together. Hassan's catching, the match is on, and I'm the only person who hasn't been made a cup of tea. What about that?
I haven't had a cup of tea.
Have you not had one? Oh right, well we're both the only ones who haven't had a cup of tea. Unbelievable. The circumstances we have to fish under, pressure of the cameras, pressure of the crowds, and we're the only ones who don't get a cup of tea. But to be fair, if we catch some fish like this, it doesn't matter. This for Lily or Bungalows is a pretty decent one. If he's going to behave himself, we'll give you a look at him. Don't worry mate, I'll get the shots, you just carry on.
Well, it's customary, isn't it? I wouldn't say these are tangles, mate. I'd say these are sort of moments in which I can sort of gather thought, plan the match ahead, and sort of really put together a winning run of fish. I'm thinking. No, you don't want to zoom in on this, lads. Secret rigs and all that.
Is that the same rig you use when you're dace fishing?
Well, I can't honestly say that I've tied this rig, if I'm honest, Ollie, mate. Right, I think we're getting there.
Oh, you're there, you're there.
You happy with that? Oh, this pot's not good, is it?
Who put a pot on the end?
Right.
Slightly better one. From what I've been told by the lads, this is the size that Hassan's been catching, and mine have been way smaller than that. So I'm going to need a few of these. I think I'm winning. I don't want to say I'm definitely winning because I'm going to look stupid. I don't need a lot of help to look stupid on camera. And if I big it up and say I'm winning and then don't, it's going to be gutted. But that is the one we want. We'll get him in the net and we'll get back at it. I think I'm going to come a bit shorter because there's fish really, really close.
Every little helps, even when you drop it out the net. I cannot believe the amount of activity in there, and I've hooked a roach. Quite a patient angler, Chris, but this is testing my patience. Especially when you look across and Stephen's hooking fish after fish at the same sort of distance I'm hooking them at. Oh, it's outrageous. It's not angling, if you ask me. Not angling.
There we go. And to be fair, it's a proper looker as well. Look at that. Oy. Looks mega in that evening sun.
It's been a very frustrating day, mate. I have to say I've probably hooked as many, well, I've lost as many fish as I've landed. This edge has been, I've never seen so many fish. Literally, I don't know, how far out are we talking?
The water clarity has changed.
Absolutely mad, like, and there's constant liners. I've almost got probably too many fish down there. Bearing in mind we've got like us lot, fair bit of noise. Widget, as always, I can see him.
He's into another
He's into another one back there. I can see that. He's been an absolute machine, to be fair. Decidedly the better angler. I just want to, for my own satisfaction, try and convert what is an absolute massive fish into some in the net. Fingers crossed this is the start of them, but I think this may be part
It does seem hard to get a little runner fish going down there, maybe because it's so shallow you can literally see the bottom.
I think a better angler, maybe a more proficient match angler, would have maybe sussed it out. But hopefully by the end of this, we'll put a few together, and who knows what can happen on those scales.
Surprises.
We could stick a couple of quid in someone's wage packet if they step on the scales, maybe, for me.
You're known for a comeback, to be fair, aren't you?
Oh, I'm all about the comeback.
I know full well about comeback.
We're doing like points for the biggest fish as well. That counts, doesn't it, in weight? Look at
Points for the biggest. That's in my swim.
that. What?
You're in my swim.
Mate, I think you'll find this is the Norfolk record, mate. This is my Norfolk PB. What is my Norfolk PB? It's about £7.
£3.
£3?
£3, I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was 3.
No, that was bigger than 3.
That was not bigger than 3.
I've put it on my Instagram, mate. It's definitely bigger than 3. Right. Finally landed one.
Does this bring you up to about £100? So widget's 50.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, well, it's a beautiful fish.
Lovely
Absolute stunner. That is typical of what looks like to be down there, because they're pretty much launching themselves at the bank. If you want to just hold on for a bit longer, you'll probably see another fish, like, I don't know, in 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. It's a lot of ones.
3.
Right, I've jinxed it. So if you could just go away, please. No, I'm joking. Let's hope it continues. I think just got to keep feeding. They're definitely in this edge, and fingers crossed they'll keep coming. Has he got one again?
Yeah.
Right, don't talk to me. I'm gonna.
Well done.
Well, I'll tell you what. Right. Lock up your daughters, because this is going to kick off. I've actually hooked 2 in a row. I mean, that's a lot for me.
Just a tip, while Widget's playing with his left hand and baiting with his right.
Yeah, I know,
So
but that's why I've got you, Ollie. Like, you can't just stand around, go for walks, hold hands with Widget, and then not feed for me. Like, so I have to deal with it. Yeah, he's definitely won the match, but I think, like, you know what I mean, he should win the match,
It's not
really.
a bad stamp of fish though that you're getting down that side.
Right, he's in. That's number 2 in a row. I think the increased
Again.
feeding and the bigger hook
Yeah.
is working. Could be a late comeback burst, which I am, well, not known for, but you know what I'm saying. I'll let you have a look at him, because he is a beautiful fish. And I think slightly bigger stamp compared to what Widget was catching.
Definitely, yeah.
There, ooh, steady boy. There he is, he's a bit camera shy. A lovely, lean fighting machine of a comment. I'm going to slip him in the net.
To be fair, Hassan's doing well now. He's catching a few fish down here, slightly bigger fish. I think he's worked it out a little bit. And certainly over this side, I'm having to fish 2 different lines, and I can get a maximum of 3 fish really quick before I have to switch to the next one. If I stay on that line, I will get a bite, but it's taking probably, I mean, it sounds stupid. I mean, it's taken like 30 seconds. I mean, but that is a credit to the fishery in all fairness. But if I switch the line between 3 bites, 3 fish each, I can get a bite perhaps within 10, 15 seconds. And it is a big difference doing that over a course of a match. And all we're doing is literally topping both swims up with pellet tails. I've given up on the cup. It's pretty much taken too long. So I've got one line which is on top kit, just sort of below my keep nets really, which is strange because normally you'd find them scare them away. But the other line is a little bit further, and I think what they do is I catch 2 or 3 really close in my keep net, and they push away to like that further line. So I'm having to rotate between the 2, but it has been mega. And to be fair, this sun is absolutely roasting. I wonder why they're in these shallow waters. I need to take this jumper off really, but there's another one. give you a look at him. Look at that, he's proper aggressive, his fin's up. He's not happy to be shown on camera, but it's another one in the net, and more importantly, more weight to hopefully beat Hassan.
Pretty sure the results are foregone conclusion. I've won. Pretty sure this absolute chunk is the final nail in Widget's coffin. Wait till I hold this up. Might need some assistance. We've got weight slings here. Yeah, it's been comprehensive to say the least. Comprehensively bad. But couple of minutes left, maybe chance for another one. I think I need something around about the British record to pull this match back. But I've started to catch a few quite consistently towards the end. I have lost a few, and I have to say, our cameraman, Mr. Collins, over here, is not my lucky omen. I'm going to put him back, and I've got time, Chris, so in he goes. Did you get that drop in the fish as well? That's you, mate. I can't go match fishing with you ever again. I don't know. I've seen some cameraman jinxes, like, there's no way I'm taking you on somewhere like Raysbury. I look like bloody King Fungus or something. Have it at the net, like circling the net, and then you'll come in with your blinking camera lens and absolutely ruin everything. Unbelievable. Did you film a Dace Race?
I did.
I don't feel a different Chris. I felt like a different omen. Oh my God. He's caught another one. Right, how long's left, Chris?
I reckon you've got about 30 seconds.
I've just seen an absolute chunk in the margin that will level it all up. Just missed a bite. 30 seconds? But if you hook one, you've got...
15 now. 50, he's done it!
Right, that's it, lads, all out. Well done.
Well done, mate.
Well done yourself, mate. Top angling as always from you, mate. You have
Look at
definitely
those fish
shown me the
on
way.
edge.
I know. I know.
I've had nothing like that.
They're the remote control ones, mate, we put in earlier.
You worked out at the end there.
I don't know if I worked it out or they've sort of, over progressively over the last 3 hours, sort of taken pity on me. But I've certainly, well, had a little bit of a run, mate. Nothing quite in the league of Mr. Crowe over there.
Does this one count?
100%, mate. You said all out, and
On the whistle.
I already
On the
had
whistle?
the fish on. Already had the fish on, obviously.
Oh, hang on, I'm in your way.
Yeah, well. Have I got it? Oh, sorry, mate.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
I'll let you have that one.
Right, I'll just go and put in again because technically I've lost a bit of time in the water with that all out. I'm joking. Mate, quality from you. I think. I mean, we will weigh it. Just
It's not. I was
for
going to
my own
say,
thing.
my arm is so. It's not over yet, though, mate. But mental, isn't it? Really, down that edge.
Oh, mate, that's honestly for me. Like, obviously not match fishing recently. That is a sight to behold. That many fish in the edge and absolutely brilliant. You also had to angle for them, even though they were there. It was a case of sorting them out. And I said before, where you would have probably been able to sort your feeding out or adjust a rig change or sort your baiting out or something, you'd have probably had more than I've had out of there. But to see them, unbelievable, unbelievable.
Well, I'm not convinced, mate. You never know. I've gone in there and it's just been pretty one after the other. But sometimes there's too many fish.
Yeah?
There's just too many there, mate.
Oh, problem I normally have there, mate. But thoroughly enjoyable, mate. And by the looks of your angling, mate, do you have them on the inside line as well in the end?
Yeah, mate, just down to my left, yeah. Right, let's get packed up,
Let's get
the
back
weigh
to it,
in,
see how we've done.
we'll make it
I've got a
official.
few rocks in the bag. Can you hear them? Right, ready?
Go. Don't drop me, mate.
Right, chaps, great end to a good challenge. Right, we've had the weigh in, I've got the figures, but what were your estimates?
I reckon hooked and landed £21. Lost
£21.
probably £121. We won't go on that.
Challenging margin spot.
Yeah.
Right, your estimate.
I guessed 42 before pulling the
42.
nets out.
Right, okay. Okay, so sticking with those estimates.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Having weighed, I think it'll probably be a bit low, but that was my guess, so I'll go with
Okay,
42.
Okay.
Disclaimer.
Right, okay, so Hassan,
Yeah.
it was close
Was it?
to the margin.
Really?
You weighed in
Yeah.
at 24 pounds.
I'm happy
That's
with
a
that.
good guess.
7
as well.
ounces.
Don't exaggerate my
Okay, so
catches,
that's a
do
couple of
I?
Widget, it was close. 72 pounds.
No, it wasn't.
7 ounces.
No, it
That's
wasn't.
mega,
So
mate.
you were, the only thing that matched were the ounces, but you came in
Wow.
at 72 pounds.
So
So you were well
I
out.
was well. I didn't. To be fair, I would have never ever have said that. Even now, I wouldn't
What's
have
that?
said
£50, isn't it?
Ish.
Minus you sort of pre-baiting, minus the fact that I caught more tench. I think
Yeah.
that's probably a draw in it.
And local draw.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
No,
I'm
but-
here every week.
Mate,
you know.
you did what I couldn't do.
No
And beat
quality.
Hassan.
Too good,
Local.
mate. Far too
Good
good.
match, mate. Good
Pleasure
match.
to fish, though. It was
That
really
has been really
fun,
good,
mate.
hasn't it? To be fair, if you were going to come down anywhere, like with your kids, with your
Yeah,
family,
it's been a brilliant
something like this is what you
few
want.
hours,
Yeah, mate.
Amazing
Really
you've
good.
caught that stamp of fish in such a short time.
Yeah, top angling, mate.
Yeah.
Well done,
Well
mate.
done, lads.
I thought you were going to.
No, no, what? You've got to celebrate, mate. You said it's got some sort of celebration.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
No, well done.